you guys were sent to this island called Armedio to search for missing delegates as part of an Emerald Enclave mission. And this trail eventually led you to a bunch of different places. Well, I mean, one place where you found a few bodies and met a Harper agent named Zandala. This half-elf sorcerer joined up with you along with a tagged-along villager named Josuke. And the four of you eventually found your way up to this thing called Featherdale Spire. You decided to have a feast with the knights, and then you all went out on a manticore hunt together. And now, you are currently, well, it has been a night since then. You stayed overnight in a cave, successfully hunted the manticore, and waiting for the storm to clear up. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, a certain barbarian who has been sent from a place called the Order of Samular, I believe. Yeah. Doma, what is the name of your barbarian?
Havel Lystung.
Aha, Havel. Alrighty then. You have come from a place called Summit Hall. You're working for the Knights of Samular, which is a subset of the Order of the Gauntlet. They admire your fighting abilities, and you admire fighting, so you have decided to, just sort of hang out with them. They've sent you down to investigate these Feathergill Knights, as they are the new kids on the block, I guess you'd call them. They moved into this spire fairly recently, and you're just here to check it all out. Meanwhile, Mocha, your bard's name.
Me frantically searching up last names that start with S. Her name is Yam. That's all I have.
All right. Yam, this is your first day on the job as a bardic person, I guess you're a musician for the Feathergill Knights. And you are staying overnight, or not overnight, just staying at the Feathergill Spire. And, of course, all the way back at our good friends Kate and June, the weather is finally clearing up, and you're beginning the long walk back to Feathergill Spire. You have successfully hunted a manticore, and you have acquired a trophy. Bring this back for a nice feast. So, if Kate or June, one of you could roll perception, please.
Okay.
Yeet. Six.
Hold on. 8.
All right, then. You just continue walking. You sort of get this vague feeling of almost like something or someone is watching you, but you don't really see anything. Meanwhile, from a cliff face, a little bird desperately tucks her head behind a rock, desperately trying not to be seen. Edith, the druid, you are currently about this rock watching these new adventurers who have come down to the Feathergill Spire. So after a long bit of walking, the trio of Zandala, Kate, and June finally make their way back to the spire. And when you walk in, there is just cheering, congratulating. You bring out the Manticore trophy and show it around. And that night, another feast is held in your honor. So it has been a couple of hours since you arrived at the spire, and just the knights are cheering around in earnest. You're all at a table right now, and there are two others who are at this table you don't recognize. Of course, there are the ones you do recognize. Thurl Masoka, the commander and leader of the Feathergill Knights, as well as Savras, his second in command and the one who went with you on this little flight trip. But the two you don't recognize is a bard who is currently tuning her lute, and a halfling who is just sort of sitting at the table with a very big weapon. So, would you like to interact at all?
Not really.
Just dead silence. Thurl Masoka plants his hands down on the table. You three, you're the ones who hunted the Manticore. You brought back the trophy. Tell me your story. How did it go? I've heard grand reports from Savras here. She heard that Thurl plants his hand squarely on your shoulder, June. I heard how you flew under the beast and cut open its stomach with your sword. Now that's a feat worthy of respect. So, what do you say? Shall we all drink to that? He
Yes,
raises
of
his
course.
glass high. You all chug back a mug of ale. So, while this is happening, do any of you wish to explore the tower at all? You currently have free reign.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'd like to
I'll
as
just
well.
get up and leave.
Kate, you stand up, sort of brush yourself off, and walk
Wait,
off
I wasn't serious. I wasn't serious.
Oh, you don't want to explore?
Well, I do, but I'm not just gonna get up and leave without saying anything.
Fair enough. Thurl raises his glass. All of you, what do you say you stay the night? I think you've earned it after this. All of you seem like fine adventuring material. Especially you. He points his glass to June. That sword technique. Amazing. Here, why don't you all stay in one of the empty bunks tonight? We have plenty of empty rooms, more than enough for all of you. What do you say?
Sounds good.
But aren't we, like, doing something at the moment, though?
Zendala places her fingers to her chin and strokes it thoughtfully. There's just something about these ones that I don't trust. The Feathergill Knights, I haven't heard of them before. I say we do a little investigating. Perhaps we should stay the night.
Well, I mean, it's 2 against 1, so...
Zendala shrugs, and I guess all of you have decided that you're staying the night. Meanwhile, the other two, you are already staying the night, for 2 different reasons. Doma being the halfling being sent to investigate them, as they are a new order of knights who are hopefully going to join the Order of the Gauntlet. And and Mocha because, well, it's now your job to play songs for them. Meanwhile, far from the tower, looking at it from quite far away, Edith, Daru, you are currently sitting on a little rock, just spying it, trying to figure out what your next course of action will be. So, Kate, June, Zandala is all with you. You all get shown to a room on the 2nd floor, which is on the same floor as the feast hall you were just in. It's a fairly alright room. It's kinda small, but it's enough to fit all of you. It contains 3 beds, a fireplace, a closet, 2 chests, and a small tapestry depicting the Featherdale Knight symbol on the wall. It's quite a little cozy. It appears that you can do whatever you wish for the next couple of hours, but you can also just go to bed if you wish, if you don't want to explore at all.
I'm gonna explore.
Alright.
Yeah.
Zendala sits down on the bed and starts brushing away bits of stuff that's stuck to it. I think I'm going to stay here and go over what I know. You two explore without me. Plus, I could use a nap.
Okay.
Alright.
The 2 of you leave the room, and you are now in the Grand Feast Hall. There's not really much to this tower. It's mostly just bunks, but there are 4 levels and 1 basement level, consisting of the stables. So you can just sort of explore wherever you wish. But there are guards stationed everywhere, so, don't go into places you're not allowed to.
Okay. Could you list the places again? Like, where we can go?
Well, you can either go up a level, you can explore around on this level, like opening doors and such, or you can go down a level.
Sure, let's open random doors.
Yeah.
You walk over to
Fair.
the nearest door and open it up. It appears to just be
Wait,
an
we
empty
don't knock first?
I mean, do you want to knock?
Yes, I want to knock
Alright.
first.
You go over to the nearest door, and you knock on it a few times, but there's no response.
Okay, then you go in.
You open the door and it swings open without a sound. Quite greased quite well, I imagine. It appears to be another empty bedroom, perhaps for housing more knights. It appears that the whole feast level appears to be a barracks of sorts, where most of the knights keep all their stuff.
I think I'm gonna go up a floor then.
Alright. While they're exploring, the rest of you, the ones who technically aren't in the party yet, what are you doing? Like, Mocha and Doma.
I'm probably just going over like whatever music I have, just like stalling, waiting to be like useful, I guess.
You're currently sitting in your areas, just reading through your music sheets, trying to remember the songs that you're supposed to play, looking over everything you need to do. You're trying to also introduce yourself to the Featherdale Knights, as you will be staying with them for a while.
That's fair.
Meanwhile, Kate, as you go up to the next floor, June doesn't follow behind you, as you try to follow, a hand is placed on your shoulder. You turn around to see Thurl Masoka, the commander of Featherdale Knights. Here, would you mind sitting down and having a chat with me?
Sure.
Ah, perfect. He pulls out a seat for you and then sits in the head of the table seat. Can I get you a round of beer?
Sure.
Perfect. He claps his hands and the nearest Featherdale Knight pours you both a glass. You know, out there, from the reports Savras told me, it sounds like you were excellent on a mount. Apparently, you were the only one who actually stayed on the mount, which is a feat in and of itself. He takes a long swig of the ale and gives you another hearty smile. And with that amazing maneuver you've pulled before, I'd like to make you an offer. He plants a firm hand on your shoulder as if trying to reassure you of something. I'd like to make an offer for you to join the Featherdale Knights. What do you say? You'd have our full support behind you, and you'd have access to our wonderful armory, as well as all our basic training, and, well, our weapons, of course.
I
What do you say?
shall politely decline.
Decline. His face falls. I see. He slowly retracts his hand from your shoulder. That is unfortunate. It's all right, though. You may still stay the night. We are not one to turn away guests, after all. He stands up from where he was sitting and walks away. Next up, we're just going to go down in order. We'll say Kate next. You are on the next floor. It's very cramped. It appears to be another of barracks level, but one of the doors seems a bit more different. It's bigger, more extravagant. Appears to be the commander's room. Would you like to?
Do I know if he's in there or not?
You saw, as you were going up the stairs, you saw him talking downstairs to June.
Oh, okay. And I guess I'll go in.
You slowly slide open the door. It creaks open without a sound. The chamber consists of a bed, a fireplace, a closet, a writing desk, a chair, and a small tapestry depicting the Featherdale Knight symbol. On the desk, you can see a cylindrical letter case. You can also search the rest of the room.
Yeah, I'll search the rest of the room. I don't want to do that yet.
You walk around the room, you open up the closet, you can see just clothing, some personal effects, a photo. Other than like some noble gear in the closet for fancy clothes, you don't really see much there. In the chest, you can see a sack containing 320 pieces of gold and a potion of some sort. There is also a scroll of beast bond and a scroll of skyrite.
Well, I think I'm gonna just explore another room. It seems relatively normal.
You're gonna leave all that stuff there, or are you gonna take it?
I'm not gonna steal. Are you?
Fair enough. You gonna check the letter case at all, or gonna leave that too?
No, it might be personal.
Fair enough. You leave the room as you found it, and close the door gently behind you. As you finish closing the door, you turn around and are met face to face with Savra staring directly at you. That is the commander's room.
Yes.
Might I ask what you were doing in the commander's room?
I was just looking around, I guess. I didn't touch anything.
I see. In any case, it matters not. I think it's getting quite late, and it's about time you head off to bed, don't you think? What do you say? Shall I escort you to your room? She holds out a hand to you.
Sure, thank you.
You hesitantly take the hand, and Savras leads you back to your bunk. June, you are also there, as Thurl has also requested you go back there. It appears that you're here for the night, and as Savras closes the door behind all of you, she blows out the candle, keeping the light. Appears it's time for bedtime. Meanwhile, Doma, you are also exploring. You are currently on the base level, in this big hallway area. You can see a large decorative battering ram hangs on the ceiling, and there are a number of Featherdale knights milling about the area. What do you wish to do?
Observe them. Observe the knights.
You simply stare intently at the knights. They are standing guard, chatting with each other, not really doing too much. Seems they're just knights. Would you like to go anywhere? Just want to keep staring at these knights?
I think I'll just stare at them and try to make eye contact.
You continue staring at the knights. Eventually the knights notice you, start whispering to each other, and then walk over to you. Sir, it is getting quite late, and as you are not a guest, I suggest that you leave for the night. However, I believe we will have need of you tomorrow. In either case, it is time for you to leave for the night. There is a suitable camping spot outside, cleared for adventurers such as yourself.
Alright.
You nod slowly and head out the front gate. They slowly close it up behind you, locking you out. Meanwhile, you are continuing to practice your sheet music, Daru. Or not Daru, sorry, Mocha. I don't know why I keep getting you two confused. Mocha, you are currently practicing your sheet music. You are on the third layer in just one of the bunks. You can hear that it's time for bedtime as they are, all milling about, going back to their places. Roll perception.
Shit. Okay. Oh boy. My perception bonus. God, where? Okay. That is a 12.
As you lean up against the wall that you were, leaning against, you hear this sort of scuffling in the room next to you. It almost sounds like someone's trying to get out. There's this sound of leaking gas, and then sound of something hitting the floor. 3 things hitting the floor, to be exact. This gets you a little concerned, and then you hear the door opening, the other door, not your door, and the sound of Featherdale Knight armor chaining and clinking, moving whatever dropped out, presumably. What would you like to do?
Can I roll stealth to go out there, like, while trying to not be
Yes.
seen and
Yes, you
just see
can.
what happens? Alright, cool.
Don't forget to add your stealth proficiency.
That's a 3.
I see.
Oh boy.
You open the door, but as you do so, you sort of lean in too far and you trip down. You fall down onto the floor as you open the door, and as you just look out, you see 3 Featherdown Knights carrying 3 bodies. One of which is the half elf, one of which is a druid, and the final which is a human fighter. They all stare at you before looking at each other. Then one of them walks over to you, raises his sword, and brings it down hard on your head, knocking you out cold.
Shit. Do I
Wait.
take damage from that?
Oh, jeez.
Do I take?
Meanwhile, we're going to cut back up to a little birdie who is sitting by a rock. Like clockwork, the same thing happens again. You watch at exactly at midnight, a number of feathered yellow knights come up to the pinnacle of the roof and drop a number of bodies onto the roof. Then they all mill about there for a minute. It appears they're getting ready for whatever it is they do every night. What would you like to do? You also noticed, about an hour earlier, a halfling was kicked out of the fort and is currently milling about down on the bottom layer. What would you like to do?
Okay, can I like move closer to the tower but try to remain unseen?
Yes, roll for stealth.
Okay, wait, what dice roll are you using? 'Cause I don't
That'll be a d20 and you add your stealth proficiency.
wait, this Let me just open up my character sheet because I forgot what stealth proficiency was.
Also, I recommend everyone who has the just all of you go to the members tab, click on Groovy, and set his volume to like 3. Because he really likes to blare the music.
Okay, I got 12.
Alright. Alright, last shot for Groovy. I'm about to start playing music.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm. You should be playing something.
Yeah,
It is.
You guys
Yeah.
hear
same
some-
for me.
Okay.
For some reason, I can't hear him.
Maybe you have his
I-
volume off.
Try right-clicking it and well,
Oh,
shit,
I can
you're on
hear it now.
mobile. Oh.
There we go.
never mind.
Alright, that was weird. So, Daru, you'd like to move a little closer to the tower?
Yeah.
Alright. You sort of jump from rock to rock, trying to stay low to the ground so the sentries at the top of the tower don't see you. You manage to get a good 30 feet close to the tower, but going any closer might be a bit dangerous.
Oh no.
What would you like to do?
I'll go closer to the tower.
Alright, roll stealth. DC, it's roll d20 and then add your stealth proficiency.
Okay, wait, I rolled 14 and then plus 2, so that's 16.
Alright. You jump close to the tower, and despite a guard nearly spotting you, you quickly duck behind a rock and manage to avoid being spotted.
Okay.
You're ducking behind rock after rock, getting closer and closer to the tower. You're only about 40 feet away from it by now. You could easily reach the top with your wings. You can still see that the barbarian is simply milling about, and from your little vantage spot, you can see through the windows Thurl Masoka, as well as his second-in-command Savras, walking up the stairs towards the top of the tower. Thurl is twirling that very familiar-looking dagger.
Wait, who's at the top of the tower?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Who's at the top of the tower?
No, he's at the third layer out of layer 4. Layer 4 is the pinnacle, layer 3 is what he's at right now.
I want to see what's at the top. I'll go up there.
You want to fly up there? You almost certainly be spotted.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to fly up? Alright. In that case, you open up your wings high and jump off from the rock you were sitting at. Doma, from where you were sitting, just by a little campfire you erected, you suddenly see this bird person fly past you at quite some speeds, rocketing towards the top of the tower. Suddenly, guards start screaming, and at the very pinnacle, Kate, June, you two begin to slowly awake from whatever knocked you out, as well as you too, Mocha. You slowly open your eyes, just in time to see this bird person fly up over the top of the tower and land on the pinnacle. The guards that were up there immediately just prepare for combat.
Oh boy.
Well, can I do anything?
Yes, actually, we have just entered combat now. So,
Oh,
Initiative time,
roll
boys.
for initiative.
okay.
It's plus dex, right? For initiative? Or oh wait, no, never mind. I rolled an 8.
15.
Alright. Just place your scores in the chat so I can easily keep track of them.
Alright.
Okay. Oh no.
This is what happens when I don't use my real dice. I roll shit no matter what I do.
Oh, I thought I lost my connection again.
It's pretty hell.
Okay, okay.
Let's see if I can find my dice.
Wait, how do you... Where's initiative?
I don't really know Orc Pub, so,
I'm not
Oh, wait,
on
no,
that
you-
pub,
oh,
I'm
yeah, you're on
on
D&D Beyond. I don't know that either, but, Mocha, do you know?
What's happening? I'm sorry, I took my earbuds out.
Oh, I found it. Never mind, sorry.
Yeah, Kate was looking for initiative
Oh.
Beyond.
Yeah, initiative bonus. That's... Wait, I don't need to say it.
Everyone who's at the top of the tower, so everyone except for Doma.
No. Poor Doma.
There are
Wait.
currently 3 knights.
Is that everyone's initiative?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. What'd you say?
I think everyone got their initiative in.
Oh, alright then. Perfect. Alright, so first up, well, that will be Daru, despite everything, because, you know, she has a surprise attack. So, Daru is first. You're at the top of the tower. There are 3 knights, and the rest of the people who aren't knights, aka the party, are on the ground prone. What would you like to do? Sorry, I couldn't quite hear that.
Can I claw one of them?
Yes. What is the damage roll for your talons?
Oh shoot, I don't know this.
Yeah, it should be like a D something. Should probably say so in the Irakaka sheet. Like a, most likely a D6, I guess.
Wait, wouldn't talons be unarmed strike?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, then it would just be whatever they rolled, I think. So, oh wait, no, because then it wouldn't be a dice. Okay, I think it's just whatever their hit DC is. If I remember correctly. For unarmed strike.
I don't really know too much about
Oh.
unarmed.
Oh.
How come?
I mean, I mostly do. I think it's like, you know, D6, right, for damage. Alright,
I
well,
mean-
in either case, roll a d20 to see if you can hit them. And you add your either strength or dexterity. I think unarmed strikes are finesse, probably.
Unarmed strikes tend to be like bludgeoning, but based on like if it's a talent or whatever, it'd
Be
probably
slashing.
be like, yeah, slashing.
So, it'd probably be like strength, most likely, for damage. Alright then, so, Daru, roll a d20 and add your strength.
Okay, I got it.
Alright. That does not hit the Feathergale Knight's AC. So, you scratch at the nearest knight with your talons, however it does not break through their armor. Next up are the knights, because the rest of the party is prone. They are all very focused on this new bird person. The one you scratched runs towards you and, 18 breaks your AC, I assume?
Okay, wait, 18 breaks what?
Does 18 hit your AC? Well, is it a bigger number than your AC?
Wait, what's AC?
Armor class.
So if I have medium armor,
No, it should say, in D&D Beyond, it should be like in a shield.
yeah, it does break it.
Yeah, what's the number?
15.
Alright, yes, so this knight breaks through your AC, which means he hits you. AC is used to determine whether or not an attack even hits, and whether it even deals damage. This knight deals 9 damage to you. So, we subtract 9 from your total from your hit points. The next knight runs up, also tries to attack you, but he misses. And the final knight, he hits. And deals 7 damage. Next up is either Kate or June. Both of you, please roll again as you are gonna tie.
Roll
Alright.
what? I
A
didn't.
d20.
Roll what?
3.
A d20.
Just a D20.
Yes.
I got a
Okay.
3.
Alright. Kate will likely go first.
I got a 8.
Alright, so the order is for normal initiative, it will be Kate, then June, then Daru, then Mocha. And Doma, don't worry, I'm trying to get to you. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a little slow.
Yeah.
So, Kate, you are on the ground and you get yourself up off, you dust off your trousers, and there are 3 knights. They're all
Okay.
attacking this bird person. You have no idea what's currently happening.
If I have no idea what's happening, I don't.
Well, I mean, you know that, like, the knights are probably trying to do something bad.
Could I just be really stupid and ask?
Alright. What do you want to say to them?
What are you doing?
All the knights turn to you.
Oh no.
They show something in a language that you cannot understand, and 2 of them keep going after the bird person while one of them starts going towards you.
Oh no.
You can still attack.
Are they like going fast or are they like just
They
normally?
are running.
They are
with
running.
Sword drawn.
Okay, okay. Why do I have that? I didn't pick that. Could I use my sickle? Wait, no, spear. I don't. Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right, you want to use a spear?
Yeah.
All right. Roll for spear attack.
Okay, I have to. I'm sorry, I'm making this really slow.
Oh no, it's okay. Hey, everyone's first D&D session is always like this.
I'm trying to find where it is. They just have the weapons listed, and then they don't have like their stuff.
It should give like numbers, right?
They
Like
don't.
the,
Like
oh,
it just says
does
weapons.
D&D
and then
Beyond
this
not do that?
one. What?
Yeah, I'm using D&D Beyond too. There's no.
Wait, what does Beyond not do?
It's like I'm trying to look for the like numbers on and stuff on the weapons, but it just lists what weapons I have.
I think you might be on the wrong thing then. If you're viewing your character and not editing it, there should be like a little list here that has like actions, and then it'll say dagger, and then next to it it's like range 20, 60, hit, DC, damage, etc. And oh, you know, it might be that you have to equip or like wield the weapon, because D&D Beyond is weird and it lets you do that.
Why? Okay.
I
How do
don't
I do
know.
that?
Basically what you do is you go to like your weapon, and next to it should be like a box, and if you check that box, you are holding it. And then if you go to actions, it'll be there.
Yeah.
Beyond is whack, but at least it has the Loxodon.
Okay, to like not take super long, can I just like do something else? Because I cannot find this.
All right, you can cast a spell if you want.
Okay. Spell. Okay, this one had a thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Tis okay.
I don't have anything that would help. Okay. I guess I just sit there and be stupid then.
I mean, you'd be surprised with what could help.
All I have is shape water and thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy, yeah. Thought you would have more spells at 3rd level.
Yeah.
Not right now.
At 3rd level, you should have access to like 2nd level
Oh, wait.
spells.
Yeah.
Oh,
You might not have
okay, here
had
they are. Here they are. Hellish Rebuke.
That's
Yeah.
a reaction. I think.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
tiefling
it is?
reaction.
Okay.
If something hits you, you can attack them back. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I have something I'm going to post. I think I already posted before, but
Ooh, I think I dig what's, I think you're looking at under actions. If you, next to actions, there's a spells list. I think you'll see all your spells there, because you might just be seeing, like, a few of them on the actions page.
I found them, I think. Is Spiked Growth one that I can use?
yes.
That
probably.
sounds like it.
Okay, then can I use that one?
Go for it. What does Spike Growth do? Like
Oh, okay.
here. I'll see if I can pull it up in my little.
The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts, hard spikes, and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
All right. So you want to pull that up on the knights?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Roll yours. I think, is that a spell? Mocha, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm still trying to figure out spell casting. Always happen. Spell casting is just like when it's an AOE spell like that. Do you roll the spell save DC or do you?
Yeah, any spell you roll against spell save DC. So yeah, you would have to roll each and every guard's spell save DC to see whether or not they're affected by it. And
All right.
if it's per 5 feet that they move, I'd say do it every single time they move 5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my
Don't worry. I have a little
God.
program here that I just press a button and it does that.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, I have the power of technology.
Technology.
And technology's on your side because they all fail.
That's pretty
This guy
hella.
has been running at me for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. And now I'll take 2d4, so we'll just say the 2d4 affects them all. So go on, roll 2d4.
2d4, hold on. Let me find a d4, d4. I got a 1 on the d4,
Alright.
and what do I add to it?
What's the other d4
Wait,
though?
you can't. Wait, yeah, because you need 2 dice, so it can be 1.
Yeah. You roll 2d4s.
Oh, 2d4s, okay.
Yeah.
3.
Alright. And you add your spellcasting modifier, I believe? Or no, it's just 2d4.
Okay.
Yep, so 3 damage to all these knights for every 5 feet they move.
Well, that's the most of what I can do.
It's something. June, your turn. You pick yourself up off the ground. These knights are swinging their swords.
I'll attack them with my longsword.
Alrighty. This knight that is running towards you and the rest of the people on the ground, you swing out your longsword and roll d20 and add your strength modifier.
14.
Alright? You swing out your longsword, but it does not hit the Feathered Young Knight. Does not break his armor class. So, unfortunately, not much happens. Next up on the list, Daru. Edith Birdwoman.
Okay. I'll use my dagger.
Alright. On one of the guards that is currently fighting you. Alright.
Yes.
Do you want to use your... Because daggers have the finesse property, which means you can either add your dex modifier or your strength modifier. So basically, just move whichever one you, use whichever one you think is bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
Oh.
which has the bigger modifier, dex or strength?
Dex.
Alright, in that case, you probably want to use dex as your modifier of choice for daggers.
Wait, do I roll d20?
Yep, roll d20 and add your dex modifier.
Oh, geez. 22.
Oh, did you roll in that 20?
I rolled a 20.
Ah, well, that's certainly a good start.
Is that the first D20 of the night? Or, fuck, 20 of the night?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know if there's like a homebrew thing or if a lot of people do this, but what I do is that if there's a d20 rolled, then the damage is doubled, but that's just the thing I
Yep.
do, so...
That's, when a D20 is rolled, it's a critical success. So yeah, with attacks and stuff, that's basically what you do, I think.
Yeah. So, well, roll a d4 to do damage, because that's what daggers do.
Okay. 2.
And you add your dex, so your dex modifier is 2, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so 4, which is doubled to 8. You shank this Feathered Young Knight good. You give him a quality shanking.
Quality shanking.
Next, we have Mocha. You're off the ground, and these Feathered Young Knights who you are assigned to work with are now trying to kill you.
Oh, that's dandy.
Oh yeah.
That's dandy. I have so many options. I will cast Thunder Wave at 2nd level. So that
Alrighty.
is 3d8. Do I don't have a d8. Okay. That's 3. Oh, wait, no. I first need to roll to hit or something. Well, no. The dudes who are gonna get hit will need to roll higher than a 13, I think.
Alright.
Yes. With a con check.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to play.
Super.
That's not what I wanted to play at all.
Scream like a banshee as they shove more oxygen in your engine.
This very successful
Why?
situation.
This is why I only use
That was
Alright,
great.
Alrighty then. I don't really know how to. Did someone figure out how to work Ruby to clear the queue and get rid of whatever the heck I was playing?
Oh,
how to get rid of it? Okay,
Yeah. You know.
there we go. It's back to the other song.
All right.
Alright, so the dude's gotta roll higher than a 13 con.
Yeah. All right. Oh God.
Are you okay? And then that's plus spell attack. Awesome. I really hope I can hit them with this. Did Adam die?
Yes.
Oh no, our DM is dead! What do we do?
Chaos.
Anarchy. Oh boy. Wait, that's the wrong chat room.
Alright, someone spam Despacito in the...
Hello.
There he is! He comes back! Good job, you summoned him.
Sorry about that. My cat was throwing up on my books.
That's
Oh!
that is
Yeah.
that is why cats are evil.
Truly unfortunate. An unfortunate turn of events. In any case, it's okay now.
That's pretty hella.
It was Mocha's turn. Yes. Thunderwave.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
casting Thunderwave. They need to make 13 con check.
Can do. The first one failed. The second one failed. The third one failed. They all failed.
Yes! That's 17 damage to all of them.
The funny thing is, they all roll anywhere from 10 to 12.
Alright, okay, so they take 17 damage and are pushed 10 feet away from me.
I see.
Yeah! Wait, at higher levels when you cast this spell using a slot of second or higher, the damage increases by 1d8. Okay, yeah, that's why I did 3. Alright, cool.
Mocha, you get up from where you were laying down. You take out your lute and just play an epic riff as waves spring out from the lute and physically push these Feathergale Knights off the edge of the tower.
Hell yeah!
Sending
I'd
them
like
plummeting
to use my
down.
move. I'd like to use my move action to go over and like watch as they all fall.
You walk over to where they were, to where they all fell off, and you do a little fist bump in the air to see them all fall down.
Yes. I'm powerful. Feels
The most
good.
powerful bard imaginable.
I just oh no. Oh. Oh, okay. That was I was a little scared when I looked down at my thing and I saw a thing that said I got an email from Jimmy Neutron.
What?
I just got an email saying that I'm able to look at our documents here. And it's from Jimmy Neutron, apparently. Scared me really bad.
Just casually get an email from Jimmy Neutron. Yeah, you know. Meanwhile, as those knights have all been dealt with, you all start collecting yourself, and you hear that the hatch is beginning to open. Zendala finally wakes up from where she was sitting and quickly walks over and like presses her hands down against the hatch to try and barricade it. While this is happening, down below, the Doma, the gate you were sitting next to slowly rings open, and 2 knights come sprinting out from the passageway. They spot you, shout something in a language you don't understand, and then rush towards you. Roll initiative.
Which dice is that?
D20 plus your initiative bonus.
Alright. It's 2 plus 2.
2 plus, alright. So 4. The knights go first. The first one runs towards you and shouts something that you can't quite understand. Then he raises his sword, sprints towards you, and swings it down hard. Let me roll. Does 16 hit your AC?
Yeah.
Alright. He hits you, and you take 5 damage.
I should probably try.
Alright.
Then he attacks. As these knights have multi-attack, he picks up his long sword and swings again at you. Does 11 hit your AC?
No.
This one you managed to block with. What weapon are you using?
Great sword.
You managed to block him with your great sword. The other knight runs over, dual wielding his long sword, and brings it down hard, hitting you. I assume 23 breaks your AC.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured. He brings down his long sword hard and deals 9 damage.
I'm dead, I think.
What level
What's your,
are you?
I'm level 1.
Oh, you're supposed to be
Wait,
level 3.
yeah, you're supposed. Oh boy.
Oh, dearie.
Yikes.
I think. Oh god, I'll look up barbarian hit dice real quick so we can like get that changed like for like real quick.
Yeah. Ultra quick.
Hello.
So what would it bring you down to? Like that 9 damage.
-1.
Ah,
Okay. Hit dice is 1d12, so we're gonna roll 2 of those
Oh,
and
I do
add
the,
that to your
the-
HP, I think.
actually no, I do the like static hit points total, where it's you get 12 hit points. A barbarian would get 12 hit points every level, and it's not like a
So then just add 12 times 2. Just add 24 to your current HP, and that won't be your max, but it'll be your current.
yeah.
So you'd be at.
So would I just heal 23?
Yeah.
You're at 23. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
healing, I guess.
Just let yourself to 23 hit points, if you can.
Yeah, like what site are you using?
I'm using Beyond.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you change your max hit points. That's
You can
high.
add temporary hit points.
Oh yeah, alright, just add 23 temp hit points. And then you can go to the builder, like change your max to 23, exit, and remove the temp. When you can.
No, his max would be 36, right? Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're level 3.
Yeah, they'd be adding 24
1 second.
and not 23, and it would only be 23 because there was a -1. Wait.
Welcome to math.
Math time, baby.
Yeah. D&D is comprised of 2 parts: epic storytelling, action, and maths.
Quick
2 plus
math.
2, that's 4 plus 3 is 7, quick math.
Quick maths. Don't worry, you're not the one who had to deal with math. Team D had an economic crisis where they spent 3 minutes trying to count Titans. They spent
Yeet.
30 minutes
So,
arguing
so
how
is
much
that what it's
silver they were
supposed to
needed
look like?
to buy.
Uh, 8. Oh, I thought you. Wait, I thought you said you were at -1.
Oh, from the 9. Hold on, I'll add that.
Yeah. That would be correct then. Thank God though, because like if you were in negatives, I think you'd actually just be dead.
I just messed that up. Yikes.
Is it not letting you put in negatives?
Yeah, if I just put the negatives, then I'm just dead. So I'll just have 8 out of 13 with 23, I guess.
Yeah.
Belto
It's back!
Yes.
No.
Scream like a banshee.
This is epic.
Epic suspenseful game too.
Very
Those epic
sus-
suspenseful game tunes.
best soundtrack 2018.
Best anime soundtrack.
Top 10 best anime openings.
So, Doma, it is your turn.
Alright. So I guess I'll just go for like a swing with my greatsword.
Alright. Roll d20 and add your strength modifier.
That'll be 14.
That does not break the knight's AC. So you swing down your greatsword, but they block it with their sword. But as all this is happening, you feel this rush overhead, and you see a number of Arakaka, bird people, fly overhead towards the pinnacle of the tower. 4 to be exact. Meanwhile, at the top of this tower, all of you are at the top. Edith, you see your friends you came here with land on the tower next to you. What were you thinking, flying off here alone like this? You're lucky you had someone who took care of the guards. We need to get out of here, quickly. Hold on. Okay, sorry about this.
Wait, if we're at the top of the tower, if I were to look, would I be able to see the guards and Doma? Oh wait, okay.
Experiencing more interruptions. So all your bird friends are at the top of this tower. We need to get out of here quickly. I suppose you don't actually know what's going on. The one who looks leader-like almost, turns to the rest of you who aren't Edith and gestures a bit with her spear. We'll explain everything once we're out of here, but I suggest you simply grab on. They hold out their hands to you. We'll be having to fly. Edith, you must carry one as well, of course.
Can I roll perception to see if they're lying to me?
Alright.
Cool. Oh wow. I roll good for once. God damn it. Perception. Wait. No, it would be insight, I think. So then 15.
Yeah, it will be
18.
insane. They are definitely telling the truth.
Okay, God bless. I grab onto one of them.
You grab on, and they all start taking off. Edith, you just grab onto Zandala, for example.
Wait, did everyone
who's-
else grab on?
Yeah, everyone grabs onto one of the birds. And Doma, meanwhile, you're down here fighting with these 2 guards, and suddenly you feel yourself being swept off your feet. You realize you're being pulled into the air, and the wounds you sustained are quite bad, so you're probably a little bit grateful that you aren't going to die. You looked up to see who your savior is, and it's a bird who appears to have human features. Hello. Sorry, you seem like you're in a spot of trouble, so we decided to help you.
Thanks.
You say rather flatly as you just simply put away your greatsword.
Alrighty.
You all fly away from the scene of this tower. All the guards are shouting names, bells are ringing, and forces are being mobilized, but no one catches you as the Arakaka are too fast. Oh, goodbye, Mocha. No, it's alright. It's actually fairly perfect.
That's pretty hell.
You all fly from your vantage point down to this little encampment far, far away from the tower. You're still in the valley of the hill where the Featherdale Spire is, but you're out of its sight. Kate and June, you realize that you're actually directly next to the Manticore lair you were at before. It seems like quite the coincidence that you just didn't happen to run into these Arakaka beforehand. Whether that's a good or bad coincidence, who knows? You all sit down, and it's tough to explain how this place looks. It seems almost shabby. There is, like, a little fireplace set up, but it's covered by a little tarp, as if trying to guard from the rain. There's sleeping positions, and little bedrolls, but they have this mold in them, as if it's the rain that is often assaulting this place has gotten to them. It does not seem like a very pleasant place to sleep. It's in a little depression in the ridge near the canyon floor. You are thankfully hidden by a large amount of brush around you. The tropical climate is finally coming to your aid. As you all are sitting here, one of the Arataka, the one who picked up Kate, or no, not Kate, the one who picked up, yeah, sure, Kate, lights a fire and sits down. I suppose we should probably explain everything that's happening. Our names aren't really important, and I don't think we should tell you exactly right now, as we don't know exactly if you can be trusted, but you are enemies, at least you are now, of the Featherdale Knights. Edith knows a bit about them. Do you wish to talk about what you've seen of the Featherdale Knights? You are our scout, after all.
What?
The
Similar to what? Wasn't that similar to what you guys have experienced? I climbed to the top of the tower, and to my surprise, I saw the knights. They were pushing people off the edge. I left, but I don't think they're alive anymore. She fell.
The other Arataka sort of look uncomfortable with this story. That we've been seeing this same thing every day for 20 days and 20 nights. Adventurers come by, someone is offered to join the Featherdale Knights, and if they succeed, and if they agree to join the Featherdale Knights, then they're forced to push the rest of their adventuring party they came with off the cliff and down to the canyon below. If they refuse, the entire party is simply pushed as a sacrifice to some god or spirit. We don't quite know which. Either way, despite these Featherdale Knights' obvious insanity, they are quite powerful, as I'm sure you saw. And there is a large number of them, which is why we haven't made any move. We are hoping that maybe you could be the break we need. But they do seem to be quite powerful. So, I'll be honest, we didn't exactly have a plan beyond save you from the tower. What are your opinions on the matter as of current? This is all happening quite fast, I know, but You, the fighter. You refused to join the Featherdale Knights, correct?
Yeah.
Might I ask your reasoning for that?
Just they seemed suspicious, I guess.
I suppose you are a good judge of character, then. And, you, the barbarian. I hope we didn't intrude on your fight.
No, you saved me.
Yes, of course. The Arataka scratches behind her head, places her spear on the ground. We come from a faraway place, one that we aren't quite at liberty to tell you, but just know that we come in peace. These knights are monsters, nothing more, nothing less. And we need your help in ridding the world of them. Unfortunately, as you saw, they are quite powerful, and, well, I suppose I'm just repeating myself now, aren't I? I'd like to know your opinions on the matter, and what you all think we might need to do to handle this night problem. After all, they've been here for so long, I don't think they'll be going anywhere. We could, of course, leave them here, and you could go out to find more information, or find more people to help you. But they are also very obviously dangerous people. We don't know exactly how many knights are in the tower, but it's quite a lot. So, what would you like to do now? You have been saved from the knights. You are at an Arakaka encampment. You are trying to figure out what to do about these knights who have betrayed you.
I'm there too, right?
Yes, you are. Everyone is there. Everyone's been
Okay.
saved.
First, could I thank them for saving us?
Just talk as if you were talking as your character, and I shall respond as if I am the NPC.
Oh, okay. I'm not good at this.
It's okay.
Thank you so much for saving us.
Of course. Well, after seeing this happen for so long, well, I suppose we couldn't really do much. After all, Edith is the one who made the first move. She's the one who flew up that tower to save you all.
It was a really dumb decision, but I'm glad you all are safe. If you want, you can stay here as long as you like to recover from your situation.
Yeah, of course, it's not the most comfortable location, but it's better than the nights or the hard canyon floor.
I mean, oh no. Okay. Try to gather my words and thought. I think it would be nice to stay, but with all that just happened, I mean, no offense, but
Zendala finally pipes up from after flying through the air, probably shook her up a bit. We do also have to figure out where those delegants went. And since these knights have been here for a while, I suppose we could leave them for a couple of days. We could leave, get stronger, and come back. Rested, recharged, and ready to fight. We could find people to help us, develop a battle plan, learn more about them.
right,
Any number of things.
Yeah.
Seems like
we should probably go over what we know and share that with the people here who saved us. You're Arakaka, correct? Bird people?
Yes.
Of course. I believe we should all introduce ourselves. My name is Zendala, a half-elven sorcerer. I work for the Harpers. The one to the right of me, why don't you introduce yourself? the tiefling.
Oh, I'm Kate. I'm just a part of this thing. I forgot what it was called.
Emerald Enclave.
Yeah, I'm part of the Emerald Enclave, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it.
Well, nice to meet you, Kate, even though it's not under the most ideal circumstances. I'm
Nice to
Ignis.
meet you too.
I'm an Arakocra. I joined the. I was just wandering around without any family or place to go before I came across this place. But it's been nice living here.
So, and you two, the melee fighters, what's your name? The Arakocra speaks to you, one of the ones who saved you. There's a human fighter and a halfling barbarian, correct? You seem quite strong.
Yeah, I'm a halfling. Your eyes can tell you that much.
Yes, quite. You wield quite the large sword for your stature.
Indeed. I work for the Order of the Gauntlet.
Zendala puts up her feet to try and get away from the cold, wet ground. The Order of the Gauntlet? Yes, I've heard of them. Have you received news of the missing delegates? I assume not, as it's not exactly spread around too much.
No, I haven't.
Well, there are a number of delegates who have gone missing. They came from the city of Mirabar, and we were trying to track them down. But we ran across some trouble, got lost, and wound up here. We were headed to the town of Belliard, as that was their last known location. Suppose we could always just leave here and go to the town of Belliard to recuperate and continue the mission. After all, the Featherdown Knights, while obviously a nuisance and quite the problem, are not a necessity and can be dealt with later. So, what do you say we do? You are technically the leaders of this operation after all.
Who are we?
All of you. The druid, out of character here, just whatever I mostly refer to what you want to do, just, I mean like the party in general.
I do think that we should probably do this thing that we've been assigned to do, and then come back later.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what kind of association they are, but we might be beheaded if we take too long or something.
Indeed. Either way, these Featherdown Knights seem a bit out of our league as of current. And Zendala places her head to her hair, or places her hand to her hair and brushes it behind her ear. I suspect that they have something to do with the disappearance. It's just a sneaking suspicion as of current, but I suspect if we do some more investigating, we may come up with a lead or two. The last place we needed to head to was the town of Belliard. So, I suppose we should start heading there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually one to go head on, but sounds like a better plan.
So,
Okay, wait.
I guess you wish to come with us then, Mr. Barbarian? Being a part of the Order of Gauntlet, I suppose you would be interested. After all, the Order of Gauntlet was a part of this joint operation for the delegates. The five major factions of the world came together for this, after all. It's quite important.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag along.
Alright then. The Arataka, who is one of your friends, and one of Edith's friends, looks over to you. Daru.
Mhm.
I think you should go with them. You saved their life, and I think they'll be going places. They seem strong enough to defeat these Feathertail Knights. We can hold down the fort here if perhaps you go with them and help out in whatever way. Or perhaps you too can get stronger, and come back and show us all how it's done.
The Feathered Gale Knights are quite powerful, and I think that they need all the help they can get. But I do hope that you all are okay in my absence.
We appreciate this, Edith. You are a wonderful scout and have always kept us safe. I'm certain if we hunker down here in this little brush, they won't be able to find us too easily. We blend in almost perfectly with the surrounding greenery, so we should be okay. Alright, well, good luck with all of you. Going to wherever it is you need to go. The town of Belliard, I heard? Yes. Well, good luck to you. And so, time for you to set off to the next town of Belliard, leaving these Feathertail Knights to continue about their dirty business. It's unfortunate, however they are quite strong, and there's not much that can be done to fight them or do much in any way against them. And so, you set off on the next step of your journey. And I believe we're going to have to end this here, as I am quite hungry and I have not eaten dinner yet.
Oh yeah,
We
that's fine.
fairly short session today. That session will be much longer, as it'll be getting into the meat of things which I am good at, namely NPC interactions. It's my specialty. Just the out-of-combat experience, as I'm fairly bad at doing D&D combat. But, yeah, next session you'll be heading to the town of Belliard and following up and getting into the real meat of this campaign, the mystery, as is, at its core, an investigation and mystery campaign.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I love writing mystery things, so basically the mystery you're trying to solve, what happened to the delegates? Where are they?